Hello YouTube, this is Exacto 5 and today I'm reviewing the Bastinelli Creations Moon Kiss. And before I get started on the review on the knife, I want to give you a little bit of information about the creator of this knife, Bastinelli, from Bastinelli Creations. He's a French knife maker, and this is one of his production knives. And he has his own YouTube channel here called Bastinelli. He does reviews of different knives, and he also does demonstration videos of his own custom knives and knives that he designs. And me personally, I find that he makes some of the better cutting test videos on the internet. In fact, I really enjoy watching his cut test videos, and to me, you'll be hard pressed to find anybody that does a water bottle cut test better. But this is one of his production knives. It is the Bastinelli Creations Moon Kiss, and this knife has several things going for it. There's two philosophies of use that this knife carries. First off, it's a utility knife. Use it for utilitarian purposes. Has some very nice jimping on the thumb ramp and on the spine itself. You can use this as an Exacto knife. And for those of you who do not know what an Exacto knife is, a little tiny razor blade that has a pin. It's like a pen handle, like a writing pen, and you use it to cut shapes out of paper and other tasks. You can use mostly for crafting purposes. What you do with this knife to use it as an Exacto knife, get a piece of paper and you cut a shape, and there you go. You got a particular shape you can use for scrapbooking, crafting purposes. And that's pretty much how you use an Exacto knife. And you can use this for that. You can also use this as a standard utility knife, which I really enjoy doing. One of my favorite uses for this is opening up boxes and mail. Now, there's another use for this knife, and that is of a back off, get off of me knife. I would not put this into tactical knife category, and maybe someday in the future I'll make a video telling the difference between, in my opinion, a back off, get off of me knife, a tactical knife, and a combat fighter knife. But this is a back off, get off of me knife if you're going to use it in that way. Which, a back off, get off of me knife is something that hopefully you'll never have to use, but this is what a back off, get off of me knife is. Basically, if you have someone trying to restrain you, I kind of see this as more of a woman's self-defense knife. If someone's trying to restrain you or menace you or intimidate you, you basically draw this knife, you cut the person off of you, and then you say, back off, get off of me, and you run away. You don't have to say that. That's just how I envision the knife being used. And it'll work very well for that. Has a straight edge, so it's going to put a lot of pressure behind the cut, and it's going to serve that purpose very well. It's a fixed blade, so you should be able to deploy the knife out very quickly because there's no folding mechanism to mess with. One of the downsides to this knife for a lot of people is that it is a chisel grind. A lot of people do not like the chisel grind. They say it doesn't cut the same as a conventional grind. To me, I don't care. I really don't. As long as the knife does its job and cuts well, I'm happy with it. I really don't care what grind it is. If it's a conventional grind, chisel grind, convex grind, as long as it's sharp, I really don't care. But, by the way, before I get too sidetracked, let's get the blade length. It is a little bit under 2 inches. So, that's basically how I see this knife being used. One is a utility knife, which I think it will serve you very well as, and two, as a back off, get off of me knife. Now, this knife has several features, as I mentioned. One is the jimping on the spine of the knife to use as an Exacto knife. Has paracord wrapping of the back spine handle, which makes it very comfortable to use, and it feels real comfortable in the hand. and then it has this double ball lanyard. Now, as a neck knife, I really don't care for this. To me, it doesn't really help with deploying the knife, and as a neck knife, I think it's really not needed. Although I can totally see its practical purpose if you carry this inside the pocket. There was a particular method to carry small fixed blades inside the pocket that are normally used as neck knives, and I'll probably have a video on how to do that sometime in the future. But I can definitely see you retrieving this from your pocket in that manner. Now, another cool feature with this knife is the sheath. The sheath is Kydex. It's a normal, or what appears to be a normal neck knife sheath, but the neck lanyard, I'm just going to call it that because I don't know what else to call it, but the necklace part of the neck knife is adjustable with these two simple knots. I really don't see why any other people haven't came up with this. I've only seen this one maker do this, but using this simple knot, you can adjust where the neck knife carries on your abdomen. Simply by pulling it, the neck knife carries farther down on your belly, depending on your body type and shape. Or if you want to, you can pull these two knots and it carries higher up on your chest. So it should be able to fit most anybody who wants to use it. Depending on your body type, you can adjust it to however feels more comfortable for you. I will say though, with the closed knot that I normally wear, and this is mostly because of my work uniform, this knife really doesn't work out for me on a day-to-day basis when I'm walking, because I have to wear a tucked-in short, and it's actually a polo short. And with tucked-in shorts and some of my t-shirts that are just a little bit too tight for the short, this knife does tend to footprint a little bit. So normally when I'm wearing this knife, I'm either wearing it outside of my short, which I'm not allowed to do at work, or I'd have to wear a button-up short or an untucked short. So I don't get to carry it at work as often as I'd like. And that is the knife. This knife is a foreign produced knife to us here in America. It's made out of a Sandvik 12C27 steel, which is a nice steel. It's the same steel that Mora uses. It gets a nice mirror polish, as you can see my camera and me peeking behind it, and carries a decent edge, gets really sharp, and it cost 67 euros. So for those of us who are not on that side of the world, that translates out to be about $84 American. And keep in mind, this is 8/25/2012. The exchange rate is going to fluctuate a little bit. Could get a little bit cheaper, could get more expensive. So as of right now, it's about $84 for this knife American. But if you want a high quality neck knife, I'd say it's really worth the money. I enjoy using it, and I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. I'm a Satsu 5, and I'm out.